Oh, I hate this. Alright, what's better than one Arctic early in the morning? Two. Good morning, welcome back. It is the big barn build and today is probably one of the most exciting days on the build so far. We're getting a roof. Not quite how I pictured the day starting. I just have a text to say that the lorry's actually here. What are we now? We're 7:30. I was hoping the roofers would actually be here. They're going to be another hour. I was hoping to have a few hours to practice the logistics here. I was hoping he could actually come, well, if we can get him into the lower yard, back down this wall, would unload over here. So I was going to clear some of this. Oh well, best plans. I'll go down, see what he thinks, and then that gives me an hour to start moving stuff. Yeah, we've got 2 lorries to unload. Fortunately, the driver reckons he can get into this one, potentially even up to the top as well if I move the neighbour's cars, but get this bottom one done first. But this is what I managed to find last night. Chris, who's a contractor, who's done hedging and stuff here on the farm, he happened to have this lying around on his yard, and this is what we're after, help give a bit more support. So I'm going to get that loaded on now. And of course I just remembered that today's bin day, so the lorries are going to come up. Oh, I hate this. Well, battery ran out. I don't know what you gathered from that, but the 2 packs are off. Now there's another 4 packs coming up on a different lorry now, but to the other entrance. So we're going to rejig things. Telehandler's behaving itself, although it likes to beep at me a lot. Oh, damn, my car's in the way. I wonder if we can lift 2 packs at a time. Oh, losing the plot now. 3rd lorry's here, and that's what the yard's looking like. So the telehandler's going back around with Jamie. The trouble is we can't get to these ones to move these because they're in the way, and there's another pack behind. This is annoying. Should have moved that. Because we could get 2 packs in there. God. Right, we've got another lorry here now and no space for it, so I've managed to get the forklift up and swapped over. Let's see if I can rearrange these to at least get those packs off. Then we're going to try and telehandler those over the roof. Don't think they're going to fit. Not going to fit in the pocket. It must be wider. Down. Right, forklift is officially losing blood far too quickly, so we're going to not use that anymore, but we just managed to spin a few around. They've taken one pack up and over the roof and hopefully got there safely, but because that lorry's waiting, it's a bit of a pain. I think the plan is to park all these out in the field now, make a start on the trims and stuff today, and then potentially see if we can get a crane here tomorrow, which was always the fallback plan, and lift them on individually. There is another option, which is what do you call it, a panel buddy or something like that. It's like a sucker, and use the telehandler to lift one on at a time. But the benefit of the crane is we can get a spreader bar and get a whole pack on at a time. Did it damage at all?
I think it'll pull out.
A little ding. As you can see, it's not the most ideal situation. There's no like industrial estate where you can pull up next to it and crane them off, but it's working having that big telehandler, because you imagine even a small telehandler would just be so unsteady. That's 17 metre, and you're able to like tilt it to level out. So they're making their way around. They've got 4 or 5 packs out, so about half of them are stacked on the field now. One left on the lorry, then the lorry can go, and then we'll move those around. So I think today's just all about getting everything geared up and ready, maybe getting the top liners on, and then the crane will be here tomorrow, and we can or they can just hit the ground running, and I can film all sorts of installation. It's been one of those days getting the logistics done. Tom is doing an amazing job of getting ready, because we're going to do a concrete pour tomorrow, because that's a really sensible thing to do. We're clearing the space for the crane, and the guys are out in the field now getting the packs ready. When you lay the roof, you've got laying left to right, but then there's 2 different sides, so we need to know which packs are going where. In addition, we've got a different liner on the underside of the panels going above the swimming pool. So for that reason, we need to get them all stacked ready, because we have only paid for 8 hours of crane use, so it makes sense to try and get them all done while we can. And the idea is supposedly to get the whole roof on in one day. So we'll have 2 or 3 of us down here getting them ready up on some bearers and getting them ready. Fortunately, they're well wrapped, so we shouldn't have damaged them too much. There's a few areas where this is quite a fragile edge. There's the underside and the overhang lap, and the last thing we want to do is damage those, and we've knocked a few of them. Even when they're pulled in tight or strapped, you've got to be careful. So that's what's going on there, and we need to make sure we've got enough space for the crane. The crane is 6 meters wide once it's got its legs out, so I need to move this scissor lift, those steels. I'll try and do it tonight whilst I've got the telehandler. Oh, amazing. We didn't think the dumper would fit under the steels. We were going to fold down the roll bar. That doesn't mean the next one's clear, but yeah, you're okay. We're just going to get enough concrete to fill that back one tomorrow. And then Thursday we're aiming to pour the slab for the pool. What is that, a light bulb? Or is that just a metal bit? Cool. Oh, that couldn't be closer. Nice. So we're just getting geared up, making sure we've got a clear run. The only thing is, we're going to have a crane in the way, so we can't bring the concrete lorry close enough. We just got to hope that we don't get the crane in the way. But let's look at the positives. The positives are, The lorries made it up the lane and we unloaded them. Next positive is managed to get all of those packs over the roofs with the telehandler without anything falling off or anyone getting hurt or anything like that. And now we've just got to make sure we can get to this next stage without damaging the panels, because it would be quite easy to twist and rush at this point, so hopefully they're going to take their time. So these are all the trims. We've got trims for the top, but then we've got ridge liners, which are the white ones. I've not used those before because we use the timber ridge on the workshop, but they basically sit underneath. They sit on those new purlins we put on in the middle, and then the top of the sheets bond down to those. I run out of places to put stuff now. Right, scrap pile, purlin pile, looks kind of in the way, but I don't think it will be. The crane will be as far forward as it can be. It's only a 6 meter long crane. Does that sound right? Doesn't sound right to me, but anyway, if it is 6 meter, it's only, that can't be 6 meters long. Well, whatever it is, the further that way the better. The steels are gone now, so the concrete lorry can come down. We'll move the Harris fencing in the morning. I can get a dumper into there. What we're going to look at doing is dumpering. We're going to have a 6 cube mix tomorrow, which Tom's proved that we can get the dumper through. So that should be a relatively straight pour. Straight through, out the back, dump it into the shuttered area, and level it off. So I'm hoping, and they've given us another 3 o'clock slot, which is rubbish, but so 3 o'clock back there, get that done, and then Thursday provisionally got 2 loads of for the reinforced slab for the pool. By then the roofers may well have gone. Either way, we can get in this end with one of the mixes and dump it straight in from this end. That's going to be a splashy affair. I've got a few more bits to move and a few more errands to run. Jo is going to be the hero of the day. She's gone off to a place called Fast Fix in Gloucester to buy some new fixings. Before the end of this video, I will share the dilemma with the fixings. You can tell me if I'm being fussy. And then another place called Fixing Point, somewhere else in Gloucester, for more mastic and bits and bobs. Things that basically I should have ordered and I didn't. And luckily we had the time today to run through what I have got. And Jamie said, you need this, otherwise we can't do it. So that's one of the downsides of supplying it yourself and just paying an install fee. Anyway, look at this. We've got roofing. It might be scattered around the field, but tomorrow it's going to be on there, I hope. Let me share with you though my fixings dilemma, and you can tell me what you think. So fixings for composite panels are, as you can imagine, a very long, you know, 180 190 mil long fixings, and normally with all roofing you have those sort of 8 mil hex screws, tack screws, and then you get a coloured cap that you put on to match it with your roof. All well and good, but you've got to go around and put all the caps on. You've got to make sure that if they blow off you put them back on, or if the bird pecks them off, it can be a bit of a pain. And in the past I was supplied with some molded head fixings for the workshop a few years back, and they work really well. The bit actually fits onto the plastic molding and you screw it in. Now at the time I think those ones might have been from a different company, but when I was chatting with Jamie, he said go for the molded for this as well, because you don't have to worry about any loose caps. That's what I did, and as a result I spent £500–600 on screws, which just is insane. I won't get these out because I've already had some out. But these are the same as this stitcher screw, and as you can see they've got a black plastic molded head. The bit fits on those, goes in, nothing loose, and that's why I paid for them, and they were more expensive because of it. As soon as they arrived I realised the problem. With a regular roofing screw you end up with that hex top, and then once it's in, you put a plastic washer, a plastic cap over the top, and it covers the head of the screw and the washer, and it's pushed down flush with the rest of the roofing. These ones, as you can see, have got the molded top, but when it finishes, you end up with the whole of that rubber washer and the metal washer below the plastic molding. So as you can imagine, when you put one of these on a jet black roof, you end up with a grey washer and the metal washer completely visible. And I don't know about you, but I just felt that that was going to show up. Now Jamie suggested let's just fire a couple into some of the roofing. We can always take them out and change, or let's just do a sample. So he went and found a bit for one, and he's put one into just a timber purlin. And you tell me what you think, but this is what they would look like. Well, they would look worse if they were on jet black. So this is one fixed in. I'll create a shadow so you can see. And you need to fix these down so you just start mushrooming out that rubber washer, because that is what gives you your weather tight seal. But that is as tight as it would need to go. And if this was our black roofing, all nice and shiny and seamless, we would see that washer, well, both those washers, and have that stood up that proud. Tell me I'm not being fussy. That just seems, I can see why, and I spoke to some manufacturers last week when I was having a bit of a panic about it, and they said it has to be like that, because as you screw it in, you need to see that washer to know that it's sealed and tight and starting to balloon out. If you couldn't see that washer, you might not do it up tight enough, and therefore it wouldn't be weatherproof. So I don't know, maybe the majority of commercial roofs are grey, and for that reason you don't really see that in quite the same way. But for this application, black fixings on a black roof with a grey washer, they're all gonna have to go back. So that is what Joe's gone out to get.
Well, thanks Tim, sent me out on a last minute order in the car which does not have aircon. Really good for a pregnant lady on a hot day, but we love him, and it's something at least I can help with, so I'm thankful for that. So we've just been to Fast Fix for the first pickup, and now we're on to fixings first, I want to say. Tell you when we get there, but very fast service from Fast Fixings. They were in, wheeled it all out to me, put it all in my car. Good job.
She is, it's the saviour. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Did you get everything? Yeah. Yay! Panic over. Did everyone help you in with stuff?
Yes, they were very quick, very speedy.
So we have some foam EPDM tape for the ridge, some butyl rubber. Oh, that's a gun grade stuff. These are all the foam strips. And then from Fast Fix, we've got all that Timco stuff over there. That's all the screws. It's all here, Rosa. What are you looking for?
I'm just going in.
You're just going in.
I like to see.
Is it comfy?
Yes.
Okay.
This is seatbelt.
Yeah, to strap yourself in. All right. But on that little roofing dilemma, I will leave you with a sight of a naked barn for the very last time, because tomorrow it's time to get the roof on, and I can't wait. For now, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, and remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.